Well, a couple of things, Sal. I was interested in watching Marco Vargas. He hit a ball to the track in the third inning. He walked in his next two at-bats, went first to third. Obviously, got some speed, scored a run. But more so than his performance in the game, which was fine. Just an interesting scouting story. The Mets got him under Billy Epler last year at the trade deadline for David Robertson out of the Florida Complex League. Just a guy who had been in the Marlins system, who'd played at their complex, literally at this low level of the minor leagues, who they saw, and looks like might be a little bit of a fine for a couple months of Robertson. And then Jet Williams, a name that everybody pretty much knows by now who's a Mets fan. They talk about his strike zone judgment. And it was just cool to watch him. The first ABS challenge, the robo-ump challenge that I've ever seen, he very confidently did the helmet tap, I think, argue with the ump. He lost the challenge, but it was just interesting to see a guy that confident with his own strike zone judgment, which Williams is known for. So how about that for two little things, Sal?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, there we go.
That was really good. I really liked Ryan Clifford a lot. You know, a lot of people looked at him and they were like, oh, it's the other guy from the Drew Gilbert trade, the guy who came in for Justin Verlander. But, you know, this kid has power. He has that smooth lefty swing. I really like this opposite field double. It came off the bat at 102.2 miles per hour. He has also a lot of good zone awareness. He works the count. So when you have a power hitter who can work the count, who could draw a walk, he drew a walk towards the end of the game. I mean, this is a guy who I think could do some damage at one point. Again, he hit 337 in high A, and scouts are high on him.
Give me a prospect you think is on the verge of a breakout.
It's funny that you mentioned the people who are here who are seeing this kind of through, because there's a lot of people in their amateur scouting department who are still here, including a couple of top ones especially, and they have made some really good picks. And I think back to the 2021 draft in particular, because if we remember, they put a lot of stock into the 2019 one with Matt Allen. They kind of sacrificed their depth to get him. And then 2020, they ended up with just the 5-round draft pick, traded away from it. 2021, we see a lot of big hits in that draft. We're talking about Christian Scott, who Laura mentioned, Dominic Hamill, the guy who started today, a couple of more. Nate Lavender is part of that draft. So that draft, to me, is salvaging a lot. And my breakout pick, actually, for this year also comes from that draft. It's Calvin Ziegler. We saw him in a quick inning today. He looked really sharp to end the game. I really like his stuff. I think he's got a 90-mile-per-hour slider that he added to a big-time fastball. Talked to a couple of people with the Mets also, and they love this kid. I asked the question of, like, hey, who am I missing? Who's the guy who I'm not talking enough about, who I should know? I asked that question in January. The answer was Calvin Ziegler. I asked that question last week. The answer was Calvin Ziegler again, because he missed pretty much all of last year with multiple injuries. He's back. He's healthy. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to put up some huge numbers.
I love talking prospects because it reminds me of the good old days.